Yo, check this out. I received this in the mail, right? Hello, black man. And I'm so excited about it. This is a journal to help black men articulate their feelings, express their feelings. Hell, just acknowledge that we have them in a safe and honest way. And hopefully, it will translate into other parts of your life. I get it. As a black man, a lot of us weren't encouraged or taught to talk about our feelings. As a kid, when you fail and hurt yourself, your parents told you to get up. You're a big boy. Big boys don't cry. That right there is a hard lesson to unlearn, and it's very hurtful. Because when we become older, we don't know how to express ourselves. We don't know how to talk about our feelings. We don't know how to have a conversation without lashing out or using profanity or getting upset and becoming violent because we weren't taught. But this, man, is essential. Not just to each one of us becoming a better person, but a society of men being able to express themselves is priceless. So if you want to become the best version of you that you can do, check out helloblackman.com. Grab the journal, actually journal in it, be honest, be open, and be accessible to your feelings and embrace them.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with another episode of the Hello Black Man podcast. Yes, we are rolling today. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining in. Got some phenomenal guests lined up. We just want to keep them coming. Men that's ready to express themselves. Of course, we're looking for all other genres of people, and no matter what you do, I promise you there's something in these journals for you. And I like to start this session off to let you know that, hey, we're up to 10 unique journals. So these are not cookie cutter journals. Each journal is different. They've taken time, I promise you, taken time to go through and get some great, intriguing questions for each of these journals. So because you get one or the other, they're totally different. Each journal is totally different. And if you would, man, just share this podcast, share this live, no matter where you see it at, share it with somebody. I promise you, these are the type of gifts that if you can get your mom or dad or grandmother or sister or brother to write down some things in these journals, I promise you it's life altering, life changing, in order to give you just a little room to grow. And it's tough. It's tough being transparent. Even with you and just this journal, it will be tough. It's going to be tough for you to tell yourself the truth about a lot of things. I know for me, it definitely is, because you will look at a question and you will say to yourself, do I want to be honest? Like, do I really want to be honest with myself on this question? Do I want to make it look good? I can make it read good. I can make it look good, but is it the truth? So with these journals, you have the ability, you have the right to go in and really get some things off your chest. Nothing else provides that. No other means of communication provides what writing does. Writing does something euphoric to your system. It is a true release of things that you don't know how to gather your words, but somehow you find a way to write. You don't know who to tell, but you can sit down and write out the whole thing. If you're stressed out, you don't know who to talk to, who to turn to. Nothing else is, no other mechanisms, no other things out there, drugs, alcohol, whatever it may be. Writing can take the place of a lot of things if you allow it to. And so I'm going to go through the gambit of journals that we have. We have a guest popping on here momentarily, but I wanted to show you the lineup that we have and show you that we have a true gambit of journals that anyone would be proud to have, and anyone would be gratified to write in and answer some questions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab each journal until the guests pop on, and I'm just gonna do a random question in each journal, and I'll show you just how powerful they are and why you should be getting your mother one for Mother's Day, for New Year's. Oh man, to start the new year off, journaling and to capture 2022 the way you didn't capture 2021. 2021 right now is a blur. You can go back and look at a few Facebook posts, go back and look at a few Instagram posts. But is it you, or is it what you want people to see? You know, some people say they're an open book. People that say they're open book, they only show the world the face that they want the world to see. They may be a totally different person, or they may have a totally different set of values that they don't want the world to see, if they're good or bad. So for the ladies, we have the Hello Black Woman Journal, 52 unique questions for the lady in your life. And it's just a phenomenal tool to have a grandmother or mother sit down and go over these questions, just talking. Great talking points, great conversation pieces to grab your mom's. Mom, let me ask you a question. And just getting a real answer from her. Because like I said, I got to say over and over, I think us in our community, we talk about the same things over and over. Talk about food. Where you going to eat at? What you got to eat? Let's go eat here. Talk about sports. Your team lost, my team lost. Michael Jordan, LeBron. We talk about work. I hate my job. I'm getting a new job. What you do at work today? Talk about church. Do you go to church? I went to church. I went to church. Praise the Lord. And that's it. That's what we talk about over and over. And I think it's just, it gets redundant and it gets commonplace, and you don't get to know the people that you're actually talking to. That's what happens. You get to a place to where you're just kind of talking at a person. You know what they're going to talk about. They know what you're going to talk about. So the Hello Black Woman Journal. If you're with me in the comments, just give me a random number. Any lady that's watching or anybody, give me a random number between 1 and 52 to put it in the comments, and I'll ask that question just out loud. You don't have to answer it. I just want to show you how powerful these questions are. There's any question that pops up. We didn't go get these questions just randomly. Like, we really worked on them. Miss Veronica Jenkins, thank you so much. We're going to go with question 7. And so question 7 says, got a little code, 32. I do 32 also, Katina. Thank you so much. Question 7. And so watch how powerful this question is, and just think about who knows it and who doesn't know. I got you, Mr. Charles. Question 7 says, hello, Black woman. What's the most uncharacteristic thing you've ever done to impress someone? Were they impressed? Explain what you feel you would have done differently. Now, when your child, a sibling, a niece, a daughter is going through some things and doing stuff, trying to impress somebody, now they know you've been down that road. Now they know that you made probably a fool of yourself a time or 2 or 20 like myself in the past. But that information, there's nothing she's going to ask you outright. There's nothing a daughter's going to ask a mother outright. Either the story comes out in conversation or it doesn't. So now with this, the story comes up. Mom gets a chance to explain. And that's what's so phenomenal about it. So that's question 7. Let's go question 23. We'll do it in order. Question 23 in the Hello Black Woman Journal says, hello, Black woman. What type of movies do you enjoy? Discuss your favorite movie. List your top 5 movies. Just getting to know why a person likes those type of movies. What kind of movies do they like? And now you know what they enjoy. Now you know what your mom likes. She likes a certain genre of movie she's never said. You see her watching movies from time to time. You see your wife watching movies from time to time. But now you know what she likes. And now you can cater to her in a better way. Question 32. And we're going to go to the next journal. Question 32 simply says, and like I said, there's a page. It's a dual page. So you have a quote, one of my quotes, and then here you have the question. So you have space to write, day-to-day stuff, but the questions are what's going to pull you in and ensure that you're writing something valuable. Question 32 says, hello, Black woman. Discuss your credit score. Talk about maintaining a good credit score and what you are currently doing to monitor and or improve your scores. No matter the woman's age, 17 to 71, her credit score is important. We know that you get charged more interest. You have issues with you have issues with financing and things of that nature when it comes to credit. So hey, listen, here's Hello Black Woman. Make sure you grab one. You can go to helloblackman.com, or of course you can go to your Amazon where you buy stuff every day. Just throw one in there. You have the Hello Black Teen Journals. I have teens in my life, teens and bonus teens, and I work with teens, and you come in contact with teens, and people want to better understand these teenagers. You're not going to do it through social media. You're not going to change their mind through social media. So give them a safe space to write some things down so they don't have to express themselves primarily through social media. Every time they need to express themselves, they shouldn't be going to Instagram. They should not be going through these type of social media devices. Yesterday, we blessed our family with a financial planning strategy. Oh man, that's phenomenal. Create a budget, complete a bank reconciliation, and yes, absolutely, man. That's powerful, Charles. Mr. Atkinson, that is powerful. Be able to give them freedom, because that's what we're all after. We all after freedom. So in the teen journal, I'll give you a random, pop a number up there, and I'll do one question out of the teen journal. Our guest is logging on here shortly, and we'll be on with our topic for him for tonight. Question 2 in the teen journal. So if you got a teen in your life, hello, Black teen. Discuss the things you value most in life. Describe what makes them valuable. So is that something you would normally ask a teen? What do you value in life? It's one of those things where you get caught up in fussing at teens. You get caught up in talking over teens' head and not making sure that we're on a great communication plane to where they feel like they can express themselves. Now, I'm not saying let them talk to you any kind of way. That's not what I'm saying. You know better than that. But they have to feel comfortable to where if they tell you something that you don't necessarily agree with, you're able to palate and you're able to be able to speak to them intelligently and have them listen in that same manner. We'll do 5 real quick. Question 5 in the teen journal. It states, hello, Black teen. Discuss your favorite hobbies. Write about them, these things and write about how these things make you feel and what you enjoy most about them. So now your teen tells you what they like to do. You say you think they like to do X, Y, Z because they always do those things. They always go into the basketball game. I'll go to the football game. They may be doing it just to go with the crowd. They may say, hey, I really like gardening. Oh, I ain't never seen you garden. Well, I saw it one time and I think I would enjoy it. Now you kind of learn more about that team. You kind of learn more about their inner needs, their inner wants, their inner desires. What hobbies do they want to try? And it may be something you can try with them. It may be something that you haven't tried. And now you have a bond with that team. Now you have the ability to go and do hours of bonding with somebody that you would normally do because they're doing their thing, you're doing your thing. We'll go until our guest pops on. We'll just kind of keep going. So this is for all our educators. If you know any educator, I know that what they do is heaven sent. Absolutely. Like, why else or how else could they endure what they've been through over the course of history in these past 2 years with this pandemic and online teaching and having different type of equipments and different attitudes online and can't interact with kids and they're still expected to get the same results or better. So this kind of touch bases with all our educators out there. So if you know any educators out there, this is something I would want them to have in their briefcase every day. So when they go to lunch, when they have those little breaks, they can kind of sit down and they can kind of go over who they are as an educator, what purpose, why are they there, what puts them into this realm of wanting to communicate with these young adults every single day of their lives. I'm gonna do a random question out of this one. Let's see. Oh man, I like this question for here's a random question out of out of the Hello Black Educator. Question 24. Hello Black Educator. What was the last piece of constructive criticism you received? Who gave it to you? And how did you react to it? So as an educator, you're gonna receive constructive criticism. Now, what did you do about it? Who gave it to you? Did it give it to you in the right way? So now you can kind of gauge yourself on when you have to give constructive criticism, and if you're going to be able to give it, if you're going to give it in such a manner that somebody is receptive to it. You know what I mean? So it means a lot. So this is a man in the mirror type moment. If it was given to you well, you received it well, then you know how important it is. You know how structured it needs to be, and as long as the person knows your intentions, that you know that you're in a great space with what you're doing, with the constructive criticism that you're giving or receiving. So if you know anybody in the education field, in the education realm, this is for them. Hello, Black Educator. This one's for our entrepreneurs. I think we do a great job at building businesses, but the paper trail isn't there. The process isn't there, and that's what makes it difficult for the next generation to build these businesses. I don't want to tell my son that, hey, I just stayed up, I worked hard. That's not giving him the insight that I want him to have. I want him to have less hurdles than me. If he's going to have a business, I want him to have certain things. I like it, Mr. Charles. They're going to have certain my kids are going to have certain things completed and done, or have a better understanding than I did when I started. That's the purpose of this. Hey, I want to start my yard cutting business. Okay, when you start it, write everything down. Mistakes, the wins, the losses, the gains, the good reviews, the bad reviews, and now you have it. Now you have something to go back and monitor and say, hey, this is how I thought at 17, at 22, at 25, how things change, how I change, how everything changes. You will have a real record of it. Your marketing plan, your branding, all that. This is what's so great about this. Hello, Black Entrepreneur. Going back to the teens, they need mentors, but are clueless to the benefits of having mentors. Listen, some are thirsty for mentors, Mr. Charles. Some teens are so thirsty for mentors, but I don't think a lot of adults bring it in a certain manner. If they're not bringing that meal to them as what they're expecting. You know what I mean? Let me see how I want to say this. If I wanted to give you a steak meal, if you ate steak perfectly cooked, medium well, with your Brussels sprouts and loaded potato, whatever, if I brought it to you on the garbage can lid, no matter if it was clean or dirty, you would look at it sideways. You were like, why are you bringing me this? I don't want that. That's how a lot of adults go at teens when you talk about mentoring. Listen to me. I know more than you. You dumb. I'm smart. I'm old, so I'm smart. Just listen to me to do what I tell you to do. That ain't gonna cut it. That's not the language that they're speaking. It's just not. Like you have to, hey, where are you? What are you thinking? Have them to lead the mentoring. Have them to pull you into who they are. You can't pull them into who you are. That's how mentoring teens this day and age has to be. Now, my age, when old people talk, my older cousins would talk, I would get closer and listen. That's just who I was. That's just the era we were in. Just to hear them talking about, businesses, women, or money, or whatever, I felt like I was getting some knowledge and understanding. But this day and age, you need to gauge what the teen is. You need to gauge what they are. And I think that's some of the mistakes that we're making today in today's age. We're not meeting them. We're not meeting them where they are. We're expecting to drag them, yank this team from who they are. They are a real person now. They not just, you know, an empty soul. They literally have their own way of thinking. It's 14, 15 years old. Find out who they are and then say, now this is who you are. Now here are some opportunities for you. And then you watch how that team gravitates to you, comes your way. I mean, it's certain teams. When I go to Hazers right now, when I see them, I know they're walking my way. I don't know. I don't care what direction they was walking in. They're gonna walk my way. Man, what's up, man? What you been up to? I saw you this. I saw you doing this, man. You always doing some of this. I want to work with you on this. Help me with my business. Help me, show me how to do this. That's because I have shown myself. I'm not perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But I have shown myself the ability to listen first and not be completely judgmental when it comes to our teams. And they will literally tell you anything. I'm telling you. My kids, they are a little more reluctant. You know, they're coming along with their ability to talk and to speak. But my bonus kids, open book. You know, they're just different people. They're different. They have different expectations of, you know, what they're listening for or going to how we're going to react and all of that stuff. So it's just a phenomenal thing to have a team believe in you enough to tell you something that they hadn't told anybody else, and you not use it against them. Right? That's the whole purpose of transparency communication. Being able to, you know, get information from somebody, help them, and without belittling them or you know, judging where they are, who they are, what they're doing, things of that nature. It's just a great thing. You have to meet them. These teams in these age, you have to meet them. Mr. Mika Robbins says you're on spot today's team, so they're different. It's a different breed, but they want to talk. They want to talk with just as much as you did when you were 15. They want to talk. Same, I agree, Laconia. They want to tell you things. They want to. They really do. But they're not going to accept you beating them over the head first. It's over with. Once they shut their door once or twice, that's it. They don't want to talk to you about nothing. And then you can't, you know, my dad always said you can get more with sugar than you can with vinegar or with salt. Like, you know, how you want to say the thing. You know, you attract more bees with honey than with vinegar or salt and sugar, whatever, you know, how it could go. But that's true. I mean, that's true with people, and especially true with teams. You're not going to bash them. You're not going to be rash with them, and then expect them to come and tell you things. You know, and especially in today's age where they can Google whatever they want to and make their mind up with or without your help. All right, Google or YouTube anything. They can YouTube it, Google it without your permission or anything. See, back in the day, we had to talk to somebody at some point. We had to, you know, break down and ask somebody some questions about situations or whatever we were trying to get into. But not today. They don't need you. They don't. They literally can go to the internet for any answer. Now, it's up to them to believe it or to vet it or to trust it or not. But any information can be obtained. Now, what they do with it, are they smart enough to understand that, you know, it's up to the writer to write it based on their audience? It's a lot. I mean, it's just a lot. And it's and like I said, as we get older, and I consider myself older, just knowing how teams are, I meet them where they are. You know, I'm tell you what I've done. I've taken what I've done a couple times. I'm tell you what I've done a couple times. I have saw teams doing team things and just inquired what were they trying to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? If they're loud, being obnoxious, being whatever, being disruptive. And I walked up to the guy and said, hey, let me ask you, what's going on? What's up, my man? Hey, let me ask y'all these right here. what y'all think gonna happen? You know, y'all causing the ruckus with it. I said, what's the outcome? What's the best outcome could happen right now? You know, I'm not gonna go hit to them and tell them, stop, you acting dumb, you doing this. Nothing. They gonna get louder. They gonna get more crazy than they are. So I go with an inquisitive mindset. Hey, what's going on? Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Hey, I know y'all trying to, I know y'all having fun, but let me ask you this. What you think could happen? Give me some scenarios. Now I'm challenging them mentally. Oh, what could happen? This could happen. That could happen. This could happen. They could call the police. I said, oh, okay, what you know? I said, but you smart enough. I said, you know how far you need to take this. Like, you know when to stop, right? You know there's a limit to everything, and then people will absolutely, not going to condone certain things. I said, but I trust you, man. Do your thing. Hey, y'all chill out. Y'all chill out, man. Y'all too loud, man. And it's your approach. I'm telling you, it's your approach. So I'm gonna go through all of them. I'm gonna go through one more, and I'm gonna close out tonight. We're gonna reschedule our guests. This is a very important one to me. This is Hello Black First Responder. If you know a police officer, a fireman, or a paramedic, this is for them. These questions are just for these people. These questions are just for these people. Every journal is. I think our firemen, I think our policemen in particular, anybody in law enforcement, sheriff, police, state trooper, FBI, doesn't matter, anybody in law enforcement, they understand that the media and sometimes us as a community, we push them to choose between their career and their community. Like, that's how the media plays it. All cops are bad, all cops are this, or you're a black cop, you're supposed to understand. Does that mean I can do what I want to do because you're a black cop? That means I can break the law. Like, it gets very intricate there, and I want those people to understand that they have a place that they can come and write and be open and be honest and really go through where they are in their career and the purpose of it and the stresses of it and all of that. So I just went through a couple of journals here tonight: the woman, the teen, the entrepreneur, the educator, and the first responder. Our guest is having a little technical difficulty, so we're going to reschedule. And I'm not going to talk all night. Now, I could. I promise you I could literally talk to 10:30 about these journals because I think they are fire. I really do. So thank y'all for joining in. Mr. Charles, LaConnie, Tamika, I appreciate y'all tuning in just to hear about these few journals here tonight. Y'all stay tuned, man. We got so much coming up. You're going to be amazed, shocked, and pleased. Hello, black man. Y'all have a good night.